To the Honorable Prime Minister, Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim, who delivered the keynote earlier this morning, and to the Honorable Foreign Minister, Dato Sri Utama Muhammad Hassan, who spoke at the welcoming dinner. Their interest in the APR process, which goes beyond mere participation to tangible contributions, are a much welcomed highlight of this roundtable. For our partners, the Australian High Commission, the delegation of the European Union to Malaysia, the Konrad Adenauer Stiftung, the Embassy of the People's Republic of China, the Embassy of the United States, the High Commission of India, the New Zealand Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade, the Embassy of the Republic of Korea, and the Embassy of Japan in Malaysia. Your support, and more importantly, your belief in the value of the Asia-Pacific Roundtable process as a regional Track 2 forum of consequence is deeply appreciated by ISIS Malaysia and the ASEAN-ISIS network. To all instigators, speakers, including the heads of missions from the EU, China, and Australia, who spoke at lunch and dinner, and to the delegates, quite a few of you whom have traveled here from afar. We thank all of you for your time, generosity of knowledge, and willingness to engage. I also especially recognize the Secretary General of ASEAN, who joined us as a speaker for the first 2 days of the dialogue. Lastly, to my colleagues at ISIS Malaysia, who have worked tirelessly for months to develop the program, ensure optimal expert participation, and even as you can see now, are thoroughly dedicated to the logistical and organizational process. Please join me in giving them a round of applause. Distinguished delegates, friends, ladies and gentlemen, I won't attempt to sum up the entirety of discussions that took place over these past 3 days. With 5 plenary sessions, 3 concurrent sessions, a keynote, and 4 dinner and lunch addresses, there is certainly a lot to distill and take away. I will, however, make these several observations. Major power rivalry, yes, indeed, still dominates the discourse in the Asia-Pacific, and understandably so. Yet, while it continues to be a pressure point and the risks of bad calls should not be minimized, there was certainly more optimism in the air this year. Honesty, respect, empathy, and openness will be crucial to sustaining this optimism. For the many middle and small countries or regional organizations of the Asia-Pacific and beyond, our role as a constant instigator for moderation, peace, and cooperation is absolutely crucial. On ASEAN, while it is easy to be cynical, the fact is that the significant achievements of Southeast Asia and peace that we largely enjoy would not have been possible without this regional association. I am glad to note that the Secretary General emphasized the organization's awareness of transitioning toward a more agile and resilient entity. It would also be a mistake to dismiss the Global South as a collective of quote-unquote feelings. As the Prime Minister said earlier today and several speakers emphasized yesterday, it is very much a strategic configuration with its own utility, its own competitive, complementary features. Last but not least, while our focus on the Middle East understandably revolved around the ongoing crisis in Gaza and Palestine, global shifts in power have meant that the new alliances, rapprochements, and normalizations are rewriting the geopolitical script of the region, while not being immune from the realities of domestic politics. Distinguished guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen, As I conclude, I would like to extend an invitation to all of you to keep an eye out for ISIS Malaysia's next major flagship program called Praxis. Focus on solution-centric discourse on contemporary Malaysian as well as regional public policy issues. Praxis this year will touch on the future of work, harmful online content, the energy transition, of course, and the integration of health and social care into the broader care economy. Mark your calendars for 13th and 14th August and keep updated on Praxis 2024 through our social media channels. I once again extend my gratitude to all of you for your participation and support of the APR process. We will see you next year at the 38th APR, and I wish you all a safe and pleasant trip to your next destinations. Thank you.